Hmm. Oh man, so what's been up with you?
Oh, dude, I thought you got up and left the room. I was like, where'd he go?
This is gonna be a tough episode for sure.
This is.
What's up, people? We're back. It's episode 49. Tough times.
Tough times. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. A little spooktacular special here.
This is very spooktacular.
Yeah, honestly. This is the trend. I said, why don't we get on the pumpkin trend? Why don't we get on this pumpkin trend where we're wearing pumpkins for heads?
Ryan wanted to see what it would be like to finally have a big head.
Well, some say I carry the big head all the time, but
Yeah, you gotta be careful with this. If you lean a little too much to the left, it's like...
dude, so what's going on here?
What?
You rode a bike over here, huh?
Yeah, dude. Tough time. Did you recorded me, unfortunately. I was hoping Ryan wouldn't be capturing that on film. Not electric.
Well, I
One of
love
my-
it. You were like, I'll be there at 12. And then you pretty much were like, yo, I'll be there at 12:20. I'm riding a bike over. And I was like, oh, God, this will be good.
Well, see, Alyssa took the car to take her grandma into PT, and I could have walked, right? But I'm like, dude, this is going to take me half an hour to walk. So I was like, why not hop on the bike and give it a whirl? And I haven't ridden a bike, Ryan, in a couple of years, I guess, because you saw how out of breath I was. We had to take about 15 minutes before we started this episode just for me to catch my breath.
I don't think it helped that you had to climb like 3 flights of stairs afterwards.
Dude, I literally had like cramps in my quads. I was like, wow, I feel like a noob again.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You know, the ellipticals and all that, it's not the same. I've been doing the Stairmaster, but nothing like...
Why the fuck do people do this trend?
Huh?
Why do people do this trend with the this whole pumpkin head thing?
Is this a trend?
I think it's a trend right now. I don't know. It seems very uncomfortable. Like, this takes away a lot from the photos, I think, now that I'm wearing it.
You know, I feel like a DJ.
Oh, yeah? Like marshmallow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It does have like a marshmallow vibe. I wonder if his has got to be like lightweight or something, right?
Oh, it has to be, yeah. It's also not fruity on the inside. It's like...
Well, it's a vegetable, I think, right?
yeah, you're right. It's not... Is it? I don't know. I think it's up for debate.
It's tough to say.
Yeah, it is tough, but... Yeah, you got to insert some EDM music while I did that fist pump here. Ryan's been getting at it with the sounds.
Yeah, so you see they're making a new video game?
Which one?
It's called Gotham Knights. It's like a Batman video game, but Batman's not in the game.
What?
Yeah, it's very similar to like you making a Tough Times without me.
That would be tough, I will say.
No, yeah, but I just think it's a little ridiculous. It's not a game I'm interested in.
Are people buying it?
I'm not sure. It's $70 now. That's like the new going rate for games.
Dude, I remember when it used to be like 45.
Yeah, I remember when it was like 30.
Wow, that's like olden days.
Yeah, like 2003.
Is the Joker in it at least?
Nope, it's like Harley Quinn's in it only.
Harley Quinn is the Joker. What's her character?
I guess it's like the Joker's side chick.
Oh, okay. I never saw that.
Could be his main chick. I'm not entirely sure.
What was that one called? That version of the movie with Harley Quinn and all that?
Batman?
No, it wasn't Batman. She's not in Batman.
The Joker?
No, they had their own movie. Right?
Oh, Harley Quinn.
That's what it's called?
I think it's called Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of characters in there I've never really caught up with, but I don't know. I would watch a new Batman if it came out again. I didn't mind the Robert Pattinson one. I mean, I did prefer Christian Bale.
I honestly didn't like it that much. It gave off vibes like Batman was doing drugs.
Yeah. Well, here's what I didn't like. I didn't like the music, man. I know everybody's obsessed with Nirvana, but it was just a little too. It's not what you think of when you think of Batman. Huh?
Yeah, that soundtrack was a little much.
Right? It's like too slow and
It's very depressing.
yeah. Versus Christian Bale has like a dun, dun, like it's like a very music score, cinematic. It feels like a Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
film.
Christopher Nolan did Batman justice a couple years back.
He did. Dude, did you see Superman's coming back?
I did. I'm not that excited.
I'm not excited, but The Rock seems excited.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess he's going head to head with his character, Black Adam.
Yeah. I mean, he sounded like the way he's been posting about it, like it was a real tough time to get Superman back.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet it was pretty easy. I mean, I don't think that guy does much else.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what do you mean? Who doesn't want Superman back? I feel like he's lined up for. They'll always pay you for another Superman movie, you know?
I mean, yeah.
But I don't know. The Rock was really like, yeah, we worked real hard to get Superman back into Black Adam. You know, it was real tough, years in the making. And I don't know. I don't see how it's that tough. It's The Rock. He can kind of do anything he wants, you know?
Well, I just think it's like DC is so used to making mistakes, you know? Like, for example, they came out with a Batman video game without Batman.
Oh, yeah. That's
You
true.
know?
Wait, what's Superman? Is Superman DC?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they had that Batwoman movie they had to scrap.
Oh, dude, they really did scrap that, huh?
Yeah, they lost like $90 million on that.
Remember what we were saying? Like, they lost 90, but they said they saved money compared to if it was to release.
Yeah, it was like a tax cut. Like, if they would have released it, like they were like, dude, we would have not made anywhere near that.
That's wild.
That's got to be a horrible thing to find out as an actor. They're just like, hey, we're not confident you're going to sell tickets.
Dude, how about if you're the producer or something? You're 90 million in the hole.
I heard they tried to steal it before they took it away.
How so?
They were trying to like download the file.
Download the file.
Yeah, right. It sounds like dude. That sounds like a better movie than the Catwoman movie on its own.
I love how simple you made it sound. Yeah, you just downloading the file.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bet it was like on a file, and they just were just trying to download it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He hacked into your Google Drive.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something like that happened, but hopefully they'll. Who was the actress that played Batwoman?
And that's the point.
I think she's very popular, though. She's in a lot of movies.
Yeah, if she's so popular, why don't you name her?
Well, good
Must
point,
not
Ryan.
be that popular, you know?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen her in a bunch of movies. I just can't recall the name right now.
I don't think I ever saw her in any other movie. But, you know, hey, I'm biased, too. I'm a male, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
But,
Did something
dude,
just break?
I was at this yard sale, right?
Uh-huh.
I got robbed at a yard sale over the week.
Again?
Did I? Well, I didn't tell you about this one, did I?
The old man?
The old man?
Yeah, he robbed you?
Yeah, well, I walked up and I bought these cleats, and, like, he had forgotten I had paid him for the cleats. So then I asked about another item, and he was like, yeah, I'll take 20 on that. And I gave him a 20, and he's like, you still owe me 20 for the cleats. And I was like, I gave you the 20.
Did he have dementia?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it was a shame because, like, I had to eat the bullet there.
Dude, what a great, like, if you had dementia and you just kept forgetting you got paid $20, what a great way to just keep making $20 at a time.
I don't know, man. Somebody would eventually get pretty pissed off. I mean, like...
It sounds like you almost did.
I was pretty pissed, but I just left, and then I called like 5 people and complained.
That is I don't know. What do? You can't really get out of that.
Well, no. I even had one on eBay recently, right? I was on eBay. I sold a blue watch, right?
Yeah.
This guy gets the watch in the mail and he goes, "This is a lighter blue than I thought it would be. I want to return it." And I was like, that's not how this works, man. I
Yeah.
was like, I sold you a blue watch. You got the watch. You were like, this is a lighter blue than I thought. I wanted it to be dark blue. Then I was like, dude, it's a blue watch. Just take the watch, It's your watch now. I'm not accepting a return on this, I told him.
That's good. I like the way you worded that. I'm not accepting a return on this.
Well, it's a shame because eBay is going to be the hand of God and they're going to step in and probably force the return. But, the whole dilemma here is who pays for the return label.
Okay, to ship it back.
Yeah, I can't have that be me.
Because it costs you money?
Yeah, it'll cost me money. It'll cost like $7 to ship this thing back.
Ugh.
On a $45 item, so it's like,
You're like, just keep it.
Well, no, because then the scammer wins. It's like the newest form of extortion.
Yeah, to return.
Well, no, people are like he said some threatening things to me. He was like, "Well, what do you want to do to make this right?"
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
Yeah, and I was like, "What do you mean? What do I want to do to make this right?" I said, "There is no like, you're not gonna gangster me out of like more money or a discount after you've received the item, and it's like not as blue as you wanted it to be."
You should have asked him. He's like, "Hey, what are you gonna do to make this right? You need to get some glasses,
Dude,
so you can
right?
see this
I mean,
right
like,
color."
dude, like I think he's got a bigger issue than just like me right now.
Yeah, could be colorblind. We don't know.
Oh yeah, he's just abusing eBay's policy. And then I talked to somebody in the Philippines on the phone from eBay,
Yeah.
and they like tried to reassure me that everything was going to be okay, and like I'm not entirely sure that everything's going to be okay. It's every time with them, man.
Well, where was it left? What was the next step? Do you was it resolved yet?
No,
Okay.
I have to wait till November 2nd to do something about it. They said.
What?
Yeah, they said November 2nd, give us a call back and we'll fix it.
That's kind of crazy. So until then, is this guy just blowing you up like, "Hey, return my item"?
No. I blocked this guy. Yeah. I don't want to deal with him anymore,
Yeah.
He's being very negative and rude, and I'm like, dude, get a life.
It's pretty funny. Online, man, people can be pretty ruthless, like even when they're casually just like needing stuff, because you can't see their face.
No, yeah, and that's how people get. They think that, like, it's like Drake's or trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, speaking of Twitter, dude, did you see that went through the deal?
Oh, the Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see that.
Who would have thought, right? Because it sounded like he got sued because he tried to buy the company, then he backed out, and then basically I guess he lost the lawsuit and said he will go forward with it, right? And then basically a bunch of people left. He fired the CEO, the CFO.
Wow, he did a lot.
He did a lot on his first day. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I mean, I don't know. Are you back on Twitter?
Well, I've been busy following that whole Kanye thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, me too, kind of. I've been trying to follow along. It seems, I don't know.
Kanye doesn't like Jewish people, I think.
Well, dude, remember when you told me to invest in the Gap?
Yeah. I do.
I think I did buy like one share or something, but I was like, I don't know. It was one of those things where Kanye was on top of the world last week, and today it's like everybody's dropped him. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, it's insane. I actually like had to look into this because I was like, what did he say? Like, what was going on here?
Right.
Yeah, he was saying a lot of things, man. He was like really like targeting like specifically Jewish people, and it was kind of upsetting. I mean, I DM'd him. I said, hey, man, if you want to come out on the show, Tough Times, talk about it, feel free.
Yeah. Dude, we could start a shoe company. Maybe we'll give him a deal.
Yeah, he walked into Skechers, tried to get a deal the same day.
I know, and he got escorted out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's kind of embarrassing, don't you think?
Well, it's got to be kind of weird because there must have been somebody at Skechers sitting there like, dude, we got to take this deal.
Yeah. And then there's got to be somebody who's like, we got to get him off the property before people see.
Yeah, right? They were like, dude, we can't let people know we contemplated this.
Right. I don't know, dude. And then also, what about Balenciaga? What was his deal with Balenciaga? Was it those grills that he has, or is it all his clothes?
No, it was like a whole clothing line. He was like kind of designing stuff for them over there.
And they also dropped it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They dropped Kanye. They were like one of the first ones to drop Kanye.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. How about also Chase Bank?
J.P. Morgan, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, J.P. Morgan dropped him.
Can you believe that? Like your bank hitting you up, like,
I
"Hey,
didn't even know that
sorry."
was possible. Like a bank could be like, "Hey, man, we don't want your money here anymore."
Right.
It's like, dude, what? That's your whole thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you need that money, kind of. That's a lot of money. Kanye's probably keeping in your banks.
Oh yeah,
The other
definitely a
thing is,
lot.
at that level, dude, I think like JP Morgan, for example, gives you like credit. They're like, "Yo, Kanye, here's like you have up to this many $1 million to spend, right?" So they probably revoke that where they're like, "Dude, we're taking your credit card away. You only have now what is it, 400 million or something?" Dude, his net worth dropped like insane,
Yeah, I heard he lost like $1 billion like overnight.
right? I think the tough part here is like, is there new money that's going to be coming in for Kanye?
That's the thing. I saw articles that were saying like Kanye cannot come back from this.
Right? Like
I
how?
don't know how true that is, but I mean like we're gonna find out. That's all I know.
I will say this: Kanye was like the untouchable person, right? Whereas like, dude, he could do anything. He could be wild, and like people still loved him. People still bought Yeezys. People still sponsored him, right? And now he's like the other side of untouchable, where like nobody wants to touch him. Nobody wants any like part of it.
But yeah, he was getting away with a lot of stuff.
He was. Yeah, I
And
think so.
it's kind of I'm kind of happy to see that people are like not really putting up with it anymore. But
Yeah, it is tough where you're like, wow, like, what do you do in that situation? Because I don't know, like, you probably have some properties, right? And maybe you won't have to work the rest of your life. But I don't know. The other thing here, I'd hate to say this, but I feel like, do you think it's a possibility that this could end in Kanye, you know, offing himself or something?
dude, I thought of that like immediately. That was actually like my first thought. I was like, dude, like mentally, this man is being like canceled completely. I could imagine that like he could be in some sort of situation where that could potentially be an out. But I mean, like, I would hate to see it. Obviously, suicide. You never want to see that.
Yeah, you're like, wow, dude. His wife left him.
But like when you're that
Kids.
big of a superstar, that many eyes on you, it's tough to say.
Right, right.
I would hope that he wouldn't though.
He also seems very like he is kind of comfortable in his own world. He's had people hate him before.
Oh yeah.
Always, like even back in the Jay-Z days where it's like people like were up against him a bit and he was kind of his own, like it doesn't seem to get to him, which makes, that matters a bit. But how about Jay-Z getting out at the right time, huh? He
No.
left Kanye
Oh
like
yeah. He
pretty
did like
early
one
on.
more feature with him, and then he was just kind of like, "All right, no more."
Yeah. But that was a great, like, he did the right business move there where he was like, yeah, we're still brothers, da da da. But, like, I don't know.
Well, Jay-Z's a smart guy. He's got to watch his money.
Exactly. Where is he at right now? He's in the billions now, right?
He's somewhere on vacay dodging raindrops.
Dodging what?
Raindrops.
Oh, what do you mean?
That's a Jay-Z line. He dodges raindrops.
Does
Yeah.
that mean you go someplace warm when it rains?
Yeah, you go someplace warm where there's no raindrops.
Oh, I like that. I like the sound of that. Tom Brady and Giselle announced divorce.
They announced the divorce?
Yep.
Really?
Dude, let's do it. I feel like we got to talk about that. Even though that's been going on a little bit, like it is official that they just did it.
Wow, I can't believe that.
I know, me too.
Tom Brady getting divorced from Giselle.
Yep. For football.
Well, obviously it's football. Oh, it's over football.
Yeah, he's going back to play football.
Well, yeah, I know he's playing football right now.
I know, but like that, I think that was a part of it. Was she was just like, "Come on, like be more present at home," and he's like, "Oh, I want to play football."
I think she's just like not understanding that she's married an athlete who is like a peak athlete. Like
Yeah.
he's the best of the best in his sport. You know?
Right, like it's one of those things.
Like it's one of those you signed up for this things, I think.
Yeah, it is because it's like you can't expect him to just be a normal dude. after
Exactly.
he's done like thinking about football 10 hours a day and running around and like that's his whole life, you know what I mean?
Dude,
He
that's like marrying the guy who killed Osama bin Laden. And you're like, hey, can you not talk about this anymore? You
Yeah,
know?
you're like, dude, you bring that up at every cocktail party.
Yeah, of course. That's the first thing you talk about when you
Yeah.
walk in a room. You're like, yeah, remember me? I killed Osama bin Laden.
You know what's wild about that? There were years where like those people after that they couldn't talk about it.
Yeah, they were like kind of in hiding about it.
Yeah, like they were I mean it was the SEAL Team 6 or whatever, right? Where they weren't known as the SEAL Team 6. They were just normal, veterans or whatever. Well, yeah, I feel like it's putting the planes together, but then it's also maybe flying them. I feel like they're in a rush nowadays, like they need pilots. And it's like, hey, you're not ready, but you can kind of fly, jump on in here. That's kind of the deal. Have you been hearing the recent?
Do you think you could land a plane if you had to?
I mean, hopefully, yeah.
I mean, yeah, hopefully is the answer there. Yeah.
There's just a lot of buttons up there, man.
I think I think it's all smoke and mirrors, honestly. I think it's to confuse somebody. If they were gonna go in there, they'd be like, "Oh shit, I don't even know where to fucking start. Just flip the switch over here." You think, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a mechanic confusing you so they can do it.
There's just too many switches there.
Yeah, I mean, see, I watched that
Imagine
movie.
in the car. There's like all those switches. You're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, Flight, the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that. I mean, I saw how he handled it a little bit.
Mm.
Um,
I mean, my friend had a DUI once, and he had to blow in that little device before the car got started.
oh, really?
Yeah, and that was kind of difficult, I guess. And then you'd be driving down the street, and then the thing would go off. Like, well, first of all, I don't know why we would let this guy drive. I mean, I get it, probably because he was sober.
But to even start the car, you got to blow in it.
Well, even like while you're driving, you gotta like blow into it while you're driving, so like they know you didn't like just start drinking after you got the car going.
What?
Oh yeah,
How do they even install such a thing in your car?
it's so crazy. It's just like a ankle monitor. You gotta pay for they make you pay for the device and the installation, of course.
Of course.
You know,
Dude, that's terrible. How long do you have to do that?
it's probably like 6 months, I think. He did it for 6 months at least, or a year or two.
Oh my gosh. That sucks.
Yeah, imagine like letting somebody borrow your car, and you're just like, oh man, here we go.
Ah,
It's like, hey man, you're sober, right?
yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know. Imagine you having to like install one for your safety, like just because you got friends who are like taking the car. You're like, hey, make sure you blow into this.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, it sounds kind of expensive though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth it if it prevents your car from getting totaled.
You doing anything for Halloween?
Dude, I'm driving my parents to JFK on Halloween, so
Spooky.
I'm gonna be an Uber driver basically.
What do they got, a flight on Ryanair?
I hope not. That would be what a coincidence that would be. But no, I think they're taking India Air or something like that.
Well, I guess they'll get there in the end.
Oh boy, I am thinking though if I like want to go out trick or treating and just trick people because like I feel like I could pass for a teen or something when I've got something like this on.
You want to go out trick or treating?
I was thinking about it.
Is money that hard for you right now?
Well, that's where it comes in,
I
right?
can
Where I'm
get
like,
you some candy, buddy.
yeah, it's like I could just go to the store and buy it, but is it the same?
It is different. I do like the idea that like when you knock on the door, you get something different, and it's not like your selection,
Right, right. It's also the idea of like kind of fooling people into thinking like they think I'm just a normal kid. I don't know if it would work though because I feel like I got wide shoulders.
My
deep.
voice is too deep. It wouldn't work for me.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know if my voice is too deep, but just saying hello would sound a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be looking for like a little youngster with me or something. But I have thought about giving out large candy bars this Halloween.
See, that's funny. I have thought about not giving out anything because I don't live in a house that like people would ever trick or treat to.
Did they last year?
Nope.
Yeah.
And I'm on like the third floor, and it's like an apartment, so it's like nobody's coming to me.
That's nice.
It is nice.
You
But
don't
it's
even have to
also
turn your
sad at
lights
the same
off.
time.
You can keep your lights on and nobody's going to come. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel it's like a nice flex. You're like, oh, yeah, I feel good. I'm doing well in life. I gave out large candy bars to the whole neighborhood.
That is a cool flex. I mean,
Right.
But like in your circumstance, you probably have to have a ton.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what's making me think
But then
twice.
again, you're on the second floor. Are you even obligated to be giving candy out?
I guess I don't have to, right?
You might have to sit outside and like drink and just hand it out.
Oh, that sounds like a whole event.
Yeah, right. You'd have to make it a whole event.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the same now, Like, it was fun when we were younger. Remember when we went to your old neighborhood to trick-or-treat?
Yeah.
Because they had large candy bars there.
The one guy always did. He was a spectacle. You show up at that guy's house, he's just got all these candy bars. You're like, man, that's so cool.
I know. It was, but, like, I don't know if it's the same. Like, I don't see as many kids out. Even when I think, like, in past years, I don't know. It's not really as big of a thing, I feel.
Yeah. Well,
It's more dangerous now.
well, it's a shame, too, because, like, I haven't been able to give out any of these razor blade filled candy bars I have.
Getting rid of your Raisinets.
Well, it's like I have an abundance of razors. What am I going to do, you know?
Yeah. You gotta make goodie bags for people. It's like mask.
Of course I know the Kanye West mask. I have one.
You do?
Of course.
Oh, you do? Yeah. How much was that?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I feel like the resale value on that might be a little tough now.
Well, it might go up.
It could.
Nobody knows what's going to happen. Kanye, there's a warehouse of Kanye clothing somewhere that's going to go somewhere.
Right.
Like, you have to think, like, they can't just, like, burn it all?
No. I mean, maybe he would like store it in his house or something.
No,
but
there's a lot. There's got to be a lot.
you think so?
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I always thought Yeezys were like the type of clothing they made when it got ordered. Like it's limited runs. They only have 100.
It used to be, but now it was like, there's a warehouse somewhere with, like, tons of it.
Right.
Dude, I saw this, since it's, like, Halloween and whatnot. I've been watching, like, a lot of spooky movies lately.
I'm trying to.
But, man, I watched this one called Terrifier the other day, this clown movie. I looked into it because I saw that Terrifier 2 came out, and people were throwing up in the theater over this movie.
What?
Yeah, they were getting sick. I don't know. It was one of the goriest. It was a disgusting movie for sure. But, I mean, he's, like, definitely, like, I put him up there with, like, Jason and Freddy Krueger now. It's like, that guy is...
What?
Yeah, this clown art is scary, man.
When did Terrifier 1
It's not
come
even
out?
scary. It's more so just gory and gross. But
When did the first one come out?
I guess like 2017-ish.
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, I almost want to go to theaters and like, I'm trying to throw up. I'm trying to throw up in a theater.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine working in the theater when this movie comes out. You're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, you're like, they're like, hey man, Terrifier just ended. We had 4 people throw up.
Yeah, you gotta sanitize that whole thing. Probably smells terrible in there.
Oh, dude, yeah. If you throw up movie theater food, if you throw that up, it's not gonna be the best scent.
Well, honestly, any throw up is not the best scent, and it also doesn't go away. Like it lingers.
I might have told this story before, but one time my grandmother and my grandfather, they took me to go see Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah, classic.
Or Spider-Man 1 maybe. It was one of them. But they made a thing where it was like you couldn't get any food because we were going to go out to eat afterwards.
Yep.
And it was like, I'm a kid, so they were like, you can get a drink. So I got a large pink lemonade.
That sounds like something you'd get.
And after the movie, man, we got back in the car and I just threw up in the back of their brand new Cadillac.
Oh.
Yeah, brand new Cadillac Escalade. I threw up in it, and I remember they couldn't get the smell out, so they sold it and bought a new one.
Oh, dude, they probably wanted to pick up this bat and just beat you with it.
Oh my god, right? They're just looking at me like, yeah, this kid, man. Like, what are you gonna do? It's your grandson, You're like, ugh.
Dude, I mean, think about that. You got a new car like a couple years ago, right?
Oh my god, dude. One time I took a rental out, right? I had a rental because somebody hit my parked car, right?
Oh, that's the worst.
And destroyed it. They like destroyed the whole front end. I ended up getting a rental though for like a month, and it was a Volkswagen Jetta, right? I remember one night in my youth, I was like 17. We were out drinking, having a night, right?
Yep.
And I was like, "Yo, I can't drive. I'm gonna stay here." And my buddy was like, "Yo, I didn't drink. Let me drive your car." And I was like, "Sure." So he drove, and we're driving and whatnot, and like all these back roads and whatnot. I threw up in my own car. Oh, dude,
From his driving?
yeah. And it was so bad. I was like, I got home and I was like, I got to my buddy's house and I was trying to clean the throw up,
Ah.
and I sacrificed my hat. I had this really cool hat and I sacrificed it to like scoop it all out. There was a lot of throw up, but like I could never get that smell out of the car. I'll never forget when I gave it back. I gave it back with like 5 or 6 air fresheners in it, just to like,
Mask it?
yeah, just to try to mask the scent and like hope that I didn't lose the deposit.
Dude, the worst part is like when you're so delirious like that is having to clean.
Oh yeah, that was the worst. Like I was like not like really with it, and I was like cleaning it up.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, I feel for it if you had a Cadillac. What kind of Cadillac was that they had?
I didn't have a Cadillac, but my grandmother had one. But
Yeah, what were you driving? Like, what kind?
it was like some sort of Cadillac Escalade or something.
Oh, my God.
Not an Escalade. It was like an SUV type model.
Right, like a crossover or something.
Yeah.
Dude, that's tough. That's, sometimes there's no way to control it,
Oh yeah.
One time I was playing Flip Cup, that game Flip Cup.
Yeah. You flip the cup.
Yeah, I didn't play too much of it, but it was one of my first times playing, and I'm not very good with beer. Too much is, and too fast is not good. And I threw up while we were playing Flip Cup, and there was not enough time to get to the bathroom, so I, like, put my fist in my mouth to block it.
Oh my God! What are you trying to kill yourself?
Well, it worked for a second, and then all of a sudden I see this squirting throw up that hit the person I was playing with.
A little projectile.
Yeah, and then I had to run to the bathroom, and it was a tough time, Ryan.
Oh man.
I don't like throwing up, man.
Yeah, and I think I noticed that's why you don't drink as much.
It is. I don't like the sickness afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a very
One bad time will do it to you.
Yep, one bad time. You're right. You can't forget it.
You're gonna be hammered at your wedding though.
Yeah, that's gonna be something.
Yeah, we're gonna get you hammered.
Everyone's gonna drink Jameson.
No. No way.
Dude, do you remember the time we drank Jameson? I'll never forget
Oh,
that.
dude. Yeah, somebody ordered us shots or we got shots. And
We got shots. This is also another thing that happens.
It was the absolute worst shot I've ever had in my life.
See, when I order drinks, I get nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to get. And then, whatever. You got to sound smooth when you're doing it, too,
Yeah.
So the bartender was like, oh, we don't have whatever whiskey we ordered. And then I was like, okay, so what do you have? And she said Jameson. And, it just came out. I was like, yep, that sounds great.
Yeah.
You wanted to sound tough. You're like, I'm cool. I'm here for a good time.
That burned so much. It was the absolute worst burn I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, my whole body got goosebumps, dude. It's I don't know. I don't know who actually enjoys drinking that. I feel like you got to be old and you love like the real taste of liquor or something.
Your throat's got to be made of like leather or something.
Yeah.
Couple years of smoking cigarettes or something.
Dude, that's probably what your grandfather did after you threw up in his car.
He was a big JB Scotch guy.
JB Scott's?
It's a JB Scotch whiskey. It's actually pretty good. I would rip shots every now and then, like to honor him. Like I remember this one time I won a poker tournament. And I was like, yo, to honor my grandfather, I'm gonna rip a shot of JB Scotch whiskey.
Oh, Scotch. Okay, got it.
And I ordered it at the bar, and the lady looked at me like I had 9 heads. She's like, are you out of your mind?
Wait, why? Does it taste bad?
No, it was just like nobody ever orders that.
But they still carry it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's something.
It is.
I don't know. You know what's safe, man?
What?
Tequila.
I love tequila lately.
I do too. Remember we got the Rocks tequila?
Yeah, man. I had this bottle of Claza de Azul. You know the bottle with the bell on the top? It's actually...
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
I think it's somewhere over here. Right.
Don't break your neck. We don't have health insurance on tough
right.
times.
Yeah, we don't have enough money. But anyway, it's somewhere over there. But it's got a bell on top of the bottle. It's the best tasting tequila in the world.
Is it white or clear? I mean, white or dark?
It's got like a little bit of a like goldish tint.
Dude, those are the types of tequilas I can't mess with.
Oh, dude, stop. You would try it. It's very good.
Sometimes the hangovers on those are actually pretty rough.
Really.
The clear one I noticed is I don't get anything. I don't know. I'll try it though.
Yeah, you'll have to try it. It's very good. I'll buy a bottle one day.
Yeah, we will.
The
I
next
still have.
the next Instagram payout I get, I'll buy a bottle with it.
Yeah, I still have the one you got last time, that howler head thing.
Oh yeah, that was okay. I mean, I was getting clowned by my friends. I bought another bottle of that, and they were all like, "Dude, this isn't that good."
Really?
Yeah, they were all like, "Yeah, this kind of sucks."
Wow, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, it's kind of sweet and stuff. You know, it's not bitter. I don't know. For me, it was more so like, oh, it's Dana White's liquor. We're trying Dana White's liquor. You know,
It's so hard to breathe in here sometimes.
it is. There's you did some good carving, I gotta say.
Dude, it took me like 20 minutes, honestly.
Dude, you told me it was gonna take like 2 hours per pumpkin. I was like, wow.
I wanted you to feel bad.
I did feel bad. I was like, wow, should I be carving pumpkins? I get here. There's like pumpkins up the stairs. There's a pumpkin here, pumpkin on my head. Like, man, this man has been busy.
Yeah. Well, it took me 9 months to grow these.
In your kitchen, where you been growing this?
In my backyard.
Oh, I love it. That's why it's all whiny over there. There's a lot of
You didn't
vines.
see the pumpkin patch while you were riding up?
Yeah, that's your contribution. You're not trick-or-treating. You're going to give out pumpkins.
Yeah, I'm more of a trick guy.
Don't you just want to smash, like, this somewhere? Like, just...
Like, smash my own head.
Well, that would be something, right? If we played, like, what's that dagger game? You throw axes. You throw an axe and it lands in the pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to really trust me to let me try that on
I'm
you.
not familiar with that game that you just referenced.
The axe throwing? You know, like
Wait,
like
throw
darts.
daggers in the pumpkin? Like, that's how you just described it.
Well, that's what we would do. But I'm saying the real game is like there's a dartboard, basically, and you throw an axe into it. Like, try to get a bullseye.
You mean axe throwing?
Yes, axe throwing.
Oh, well,
But in this case, it would be you throw it at the pumpkin, and hopefully you do hit it.
honestly, remember the time I had those ninja stars?
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, well, ninjas are scary.
Ninjas are scary. I used to want to be a ninja.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
I don't think it's a viable career option.
You were just like, no, this isn't for me.
I think I'd have to leave the country, honestly, if I was a ninja.
You dress like a bat maybe at night.
Yeah, I do walk pretty light on my feet, I will say. Like, you can't hear me when I'm walking sometimes.
Really?
Yep. Notice it next time. You couldn't tell when I came in.
Yeah, I guess you are a kind of sneaky individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess that helped when you were stealing all those chromies, huh?
Oh, dude, the days of chromies.
Dude, they were a good time.
They were a good time. It wasn't just me who did it. I feel like a lot of kids did it.
Dude, we were all doing it. You were the one who got caught.
I was the only one who got caught. It was very
I still
unfortunate.
have all my chromies that I stole.
You what?
I still have all mine.
Oh, what do you kept it?
Of course I kept my chromies.
Wow.
That was hard work as a child.
It's funny because, like, that effort going into stealing, you'd think I'd steal something better. Yeah, it's like $3 to get chromies.
Yeah.
Like a new, fresh set.
Yo, how about that guy who, you see this guy on TikTok lately?
Which one?
What was it? He went, like, famous for playing dead for 321 consecutive days.
Dude, I saw that. That sounds like something you would do, honestly.
Dude, honestly, it's like something that, like, when you see something like that, it hurts a little bit inside because, like, we spend a lot of time putting content together.
I know, but
And this guy's over there just playing dead.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what does his post actually look like if he's playing dead the whole time?
I gotta imagine he looks like a normal person. He's just kind of sleeping, but he's, like, doing a very good job of not showing that he's sleeping.
Yeah, well, dude, what did he got awarded something. He's getting to play in a movie.
On CSI?
Yeah.
Yeah, the TV show, yeah.
He's going to be in a show because he did so good auditioning.
I hope that only, like, spawns more and more for him.
That only what?
I hope that spawns a whole career for him.
I do too. I don't know. It's funny. There's a lot of these trends you're
Well,
seeing
dude,
now
I bumped into a kid at a party the other week. He chugs mustard.
on TikTok.
No, he just chugs mustard, not on TikTok.
Why would you do that without filming it?
That's his whole thing.
For fun?
Dude, he's like once a month. That's like what he does. And like honestly, it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life. And I told him, I was like, dude, you're missing a whole opportunity window right here. I said people would pay you $5,000 to show up at any event and probably chug mustard.
Yeah.
If anybody ever wanted that service, hit me up. I could line that up for
Yeah.
sure.
We'll broker the deal for you.
He chugs mustard. He eats dog food. He does a lot of crazy shit.
And if he's not available, Ryan will show up.
Yeah, it'd be a fun party spectacle. Yeah, and yeah, if he's not available, Misbah and I will come do stand up there.
I love how you include it. I was going to say you were going to chug the mustard. You switched it. You're like, oh, we're going to stand up now.
I won't chug the mustard now. But I will chug an entire bottle of mustard, or attempt to, if we get 1,000 subscribers.
Okay. If we get 1,000 subscribers, you're saying you will drink an entire bottle of mustard.
Yeah, I'll attempt to.
Dijon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a little peppery. It's a little harder. We could go normal if you want, hot dog style.
Oh, dude, it probably will be disgusting. You know, oh, man.
Yeah, I really locked you into this now, huh?
Yeah.
He's going to cut this out. He's going to edit
1,000's
it.
not that hard either.
What, to drink it?
Subscribers. Maybe 10,000.
Yeah, I was like, 1,000's like kind of around the corner for you.
Yeah, it kind of is.
So that's a little, prepare yourself, start
This
testing it out.
pumpkin episode's going to blow us up.
Dude, I know. I feel like extra connected with these,
Dude,
through
I've
the
been meaning to
eyes.
ask you, man.
Huh?
Why so sad?
Huh?
Why are you so sad?
It's a tough time. One of us always has to be sad,
Yeah, I get it.
you know?
I get it.
When has a tough time ever been not tough,
Yeah.
I could ask you the same thing. Why are you so happy?
You got a good point.
You know who this reminds me of? Like in Batman we were talking about, that guy with the scarecrow,
Oh, yeah?
right? He puts on like a pumpkin head.
I feel like a pumpkin head.
I do too. Dude, honestly, if I had a smaller body and this is just like I had a bigger head, I'm getting a preview for like what it would feel like. If I was even shorter than I is now, like my whole body feels lopsided.
I would hate for this to go viral and then we got to do this more.
Like we're the pumpkin guys now.
Yeah, like we just become the pumpkin guys.
It'd be kind of cool, I feel. Maybe people would send us pumpkins. Like people would carve them for you.
That would be interesting. I thought about hiring someone to like carve these for us for the episode, but I didn't want to put it into the budget.
Yeah, I feel like it would also be a little like, hey, we need.
Bought these pumpkins?
Huh?
It was pretty weird how I bought these.
Yeah, where'd you actually get them?
So down the street next to Rita's, there's like a pumpkin stand.
Farmer's market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get this right. Nobody works there.
What do you mean? Yeah, there's an old guy I think that owns it, right?
Yeah, but it's on the honor system.
Oh. What do you
just
mean?
slide the money under the door after you like grab what you want.
Where do you put the money?
Under the door.
It's cash?
Yep.
Wow. That's funny. My mom goes there.
How much do you think I spent on these pumpkins?
$10 each.
Nothing, dude, because I stole them.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just kidding. They were $10 each.
Honor system, schmonor system.
Yeah, I mean, like you gotta pay.
Yeah. Wait, how much
I
was
actually went to the ATM to get cash because like I didn't have any on me to pay this guy.
it? Yeah, he's old school. He does all cash, I guess.
I'm pretty excited when he gets there, you know.
That is so fascinating to me that he's so like. Was he inside there when you dropped the money under or no?
Nope, nobody was there.
Wow. Dude, he figured it out. This is like a vending machine, basically.
It pretty much is.
Wow.
He's like, nobody's gonna steal these pumpkins.
Right, like who's going to steal vegetables? And if you did, then enjoy them,
Exactly right.
That's a good call. What a smart idea.
It is. Yeah, it's like in that movie Clerks. He's like sitting behind the counter and just leaves a sign out and it says take the change that's needed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's just like, she's like, how do you know? He's like, well, people see a sign out and they feel like somebody's watching.
Oh, yeah.
Like I felt like there was cameras there for sure. I was like, oh my God, I gotta pay.
Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just set up a fake camera. Even if it's not on, just like have one that looks like something, because it would keep people on their toes.
Oh yeah, totally would.
I have a feeling that he didn't have cameras though. Like if he's operating in cash,
I mean, like he's selling pumpkins for $5-10. You know, there's no way he's got his camera money.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's got a security guard we don't know about. It's actually the kids working at Rita's.
Yeah.
Rita's is closed now, right?
Yeah, I think so for the season.
I missed out. I was gonna go on like the last day.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
They might be open. It's still October.
I don't know. I think October 2nd is their official closing.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, some do them all year, but I mean, who wants water ice in December?
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like jonesing for a little water ice.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just kind of cold.
It's not all the time now.
It's not what?
It's not all the time though. I'm shocked like Rita's hasn't like parlayed into something else right now. Like it's like McDonald's didn't buy them and they're like, "Yep, we sell Rita's."
Yeah, you're right. Rita's is pretty like, I think they're Pennsylvania owned, huh?
Pennsylvania, state of Pennsylvania owns them.
No, not the state. Like, the guy is from Pennsylvania, who started it.
You don't think it's a girl?
They are from Pennsylvania.
Rita's?
Yeah, I think so.
You think there's an actual Rita?
Oh, that makes sense. That would make sense if it was a Rita. Or maybe it was like, it was his grandmother. He named it after his grandmother.
I just wonder who's going to take the throne after the Dairy Queen dies.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough. We should ask Bavik. He's got some
Bavik
intel.
might know. His podcast should be coming out soon.
Yeah, we have a nice episode on there.
The Bovcast.
The Bovcast. It's that was a great time.
It was a wild time.
Yeah, we went we really pushed our limits there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've talked for that long on a microphone ever. It was like 5 hours.
It was a long time.
It was also Vivek had like 10 cameras, so you felt like you were being watched at every angle.
There's
I
a
feel
lot
like
of cameras.
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't like pick my nose or something. You got the bat? You picked up the bat?
Yeah, I got the bat.
Wow, getting violent. That's something we could do. Just see how hard we can hit each other's pumpkins. See if it breaks.
What's up with you and pumpkin games lately?
I mean, we got to make some use out of this thing. This extra layer of... I feel like back in the olden days, if you lived on a farm and you had to like go to war, this is how you protect yourself.
You'd make one out of pumpkin?
I mean, dude, if you don't have steel and armor, then...
I don't know if this would protect you that much.
Yeah, it's also a visual impairment issue. I don't think I could see my enemy as clearly.
Yeah, you'd have to cut like some sort of different pattern out.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. This does feel thick, like in terms of it could take an axe or something. That would be cool if you hit an axe through this and just left it, like the whole show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You have an axe laying around?
I have a sword.
You do have a sword, that the one with some blood on it, I think, at the end.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, are you are you keeping that or are you selling that?
Oh, no. I sold that one.
Oh, okay, this is another sword.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
You and swords. I guess they're making a comeback, I don't know. 1800s.
Well, I was saying to somebody the other day, I was like, how come we don't see more swords? He's like, oh, because people have guns.
That's true.
That's like a very good point, you know? You pull out a sword, guy pulls out a gun, you're like, oh, okay.
I don't know. John Wick, another story. Have you ever seen John Wick?
Yeah, there's another one coming out.
Which one, 5?
4 or
4.
5.
When is that dropping?
I don't know.
Dude, I loved it. I thought it was a great, like, I had
Which
never...
one?
All of them. I saw the first one, and then I was like, oh, let me see 2.
Wow, get the hell out of here. You saw the first one, and then you were like, let me watch the second one? You didn't watch the third one, then watch the second one, then the first one?
No, why would I do that?
That's your whole thing. That's your whole thing.
I do that sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes? That's all the time.
I mean, only with really long series where it's got like 10 movies, like Indiana Jones, you said, or something.
I don't know. There's like 6 of those.
You know, like if I had to catch up on Indiana Jones, I got to go back to the 1950s and watch like the first one.
Which is like a chore for you.
It is the grainy footage. It's hard on my eyes. You know? It's tough. I need that cinematic 4K. That's why we shoot this podcast in 4K. You know, make it easy for our viewers.
Yeah, we do what we can.
We do what we can. Yeah, I feel like my neck's gonna be broken for the next couple days.
Man,
a lot of weight.
The next time you see us, we'll be at the Phillies World Series parade, most likely.
With big traps, we're gonna be giant by then.
Yeah, we're trying to be at the parade. Maybe the Phillies are gonna win the World Series. It's gonna be awesome.
It is gonna be awesome.
We're gonna be in the streets of Philly, just loving it.
Ryan's gonna climb a pole.
Maybe.
Yep, I'm gonna grease it beforehand to make it a tough time, and I'm gonna film it too.
Speaking of tough times, that's gonna do it here for us on Tough Times.
It's been great, everybody.
Stay tuned for more.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to hit myself and see if it hurt. Not good for the sound, probably though.